sit down conversation for a second. I'm gonna wait for you to just chill. Just chill. Get your drink, your tea, your coffee, whatever you're drinking when you watch this video, go get it. And let's have a sit down one-on-one conversation. And let me preface, like before we even get into anything else, let's preface. This is more for me than it is for you. Okay? This is more my conversation to myself than it is for my conversation to you. And like I always say, take what you can and leave the rest. You do not have to apply everything I say. And honestly, I don't even know what I'm about to say. I'm just gonna stay and I'm gonna start talking, yes. Like I said, take what you can, take whatever resonates with you, and leave the rest. Okay? Okay. So, I just got back from a walk. And on my walk, I was listening to Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast, and I was listening to the episode with Orlando Bloom, and they said something along the lines of, do you not feel any pressure when it comes to knowing that there's always something to do? Like there's always some level of improvement that needs to be done. There's always a task that needs to be done. There's always something to do. Like I was saying, y'all, he was asking the question of, do you not feel like any pressure, or do you not consistently feel a lot of pressure when there's a lot of things that that just constantly need to get done? Because as we live, right, being alive, being human, just honestly always means that there's something that needs to be done. And sometimes that can become very, very overwhelming, but his answer to that was he kind of enjoys it. Like he feels like it excites him. And the reason why this resonated with me so much was because I felt that pressure, like in knowing that there's always something that needs to be done. I felt like it was so overwhelming, which it is. Like, I don't think that feeling is ever going to go away. I don't think it's ever going to go away. There's literally always something to do. There's always something to do. There's always something to do. And if I'm being honest, it's just one of those like cruel realities, or bittersweet moments of life where you just kind of realize, like, I just got to do it. And there's always going to be a next thing to do, and a next thing to do, and a next thing to do, and a next thing to do. Today is January 6th, right? Since the new year started, I said it's me, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw this quote, and I'm probably going to add it on here, but it says, the gym, me plus the gym plus my Bible, all 2025, right? Today is January 6th, 6 days into the year, and I have now just began going to the gym. Today's day one, going to the gym. Getting back into my morning routine, getting back into routine, period. Just doing what I know I said I was going to do and doing it at the time I said I was going to do it. It took me 6 days to get back into that flow. But since the first day of the year, I already knew I had to do it. I was kind of doing some things, but not all things. But I also kind of became very overwhelmed with the fact that there's literally always something to do. And with my recent accident, I'm just like, bro, how the hell am I gonna get this shit done? Like, how am I going to get my car fixed? How am I gonna get my windshields fixed? Because, as you know, I live in Colorado, and in Colorado, it's really, really prone for cars to get their windshields cracked just by driving. Like the little rocks, the little pebbles, the little stones. I was driving one day, and I believe there was maybe like a truck in front of me or something, or I was taking a turn to get on the highway, and then while I was taking the turn, a pebble hit my windscreen, and now there's a crack in it. So that's something I have to do. Like, I have to get that fixed. I have to get my car fixed. Now, after the accident, my insurance has gone up. Now I have to pay $300 for car insurance. Rather than $150, now it's $300. Now my car has a leak. Now I have to get my brakes fixed. Like, it's literally always something. It's always something. And I think the best thing for us to do is just to get in number one, accept that. Accept that there's always something to do. It's just the reality of being alive. Like, there's literally always just going to be something to do. But number two, I think the best way to make peace with that is just to be like, okay, this is just what it is. How can I give myself that level of peace of mind, you know? And I think the best way to do that is actually just by doing it. Like, you just gotta do it, bruh. You just have to do it. Like, even with this channel, and I was like contemplating for doing this for years before I actually started. My very first video actually came out in 2023, and it was a previous channel. We went through a complete rebrand. And I was waiting, just waiting for my friend to be ready, waiting for me to be ready, waiting for a whole lot, waiting for the equipment to be right, waiting for the right time, waiting for what to talk about, the right topics, this, that, and the third. Like, you just gotta have to do it, bruh. And I think with this rebrand, I kind of wanted to do it on my birthday, but I didn't. I started in December, and my birthday's in November. I started in December 1st, and since then I've just been going nonstop. And I think that's also why I decided to do like the 90-day challenge, because it gives me a level of consistency no matter what. Like, even if I fail, I still have to document the failure, you know? Or if I succeed, I still have to document the success. Like, it just, there's always something to do. There's always something to do, and it never freaking fails. It never fails. It never fails. So the sooner you get into accepting that life will constantly go on with or without you, the sooner your life becomes. And I read this quote that said, life is really simple. Just get out of your head and get into the moment. That's it. That's honestly all I'm doing right now. I'm getting out of my head and I'm getting into the moment. I'm getting into the moment. Oh my God, guys. Like, I think the hardest thing for us to do is actually to start. And like I said, speaking from experience, like for my own self and my own well-being, the hardest thing for me was to actually just start, you know? And I think it's because in our head, we start there first before we actually start in action. So I was thinking about like starting to go to the gym again, starting to get up on time again, starting to do this, starting to do that, starting to get into my morning routine again, starting to build the habits again, starting. Just me thinking about that just made life so much harder. I'm just like, oh my God, getting overwhelmed by the things I did not do the day that I was supposed to do them, getting overwhelmed by, oh, now I have to do that tomorrow, now I have to catch up, and that, this, and like, just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Honestly, I don't know if y'all saw that. Just me thinking about it was just like, oh my God, no, I cannot do this. We're not gonna do that. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. And like I said, if anything resonates with you, please take it. If it doesn't, just leave it right here. You don't have to take anything I'm telling you and apply it to your life. Like I said, this is more for me than it is for you. So, yeah. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming to my little TED Talk or whatever. Appreciate you very much. Much love. Much appreciated. And I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.